All right, if you're looking for a solid business credit card with zero APR for the next 12 months and it's a cash back rewards as well, then the American Express Blue Business Cash Card is the card that you need to take seriously today. But hold on. Before you go out and apply for this credit card, there's some things that you need to know. So I'm gonna actually break down how to actually get approved for this card. And then I'm gonna give you a cherry on top. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to maximize the zero APR the correct way so you don't run into any roadblocks in the future. So go ahead, go get your pen and paper and make sure you stay to the end so you don't miss any steps, all right? And without further ado, let's dive in. And before we get started, ladies and gents, I just want to ask if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, as it helps my channel out a ton. I truly appreciate all your support. I'm trying to help every business owner out there get the funding they need the correct way, all right? Now, enough of me rambling. Let's actually get into the strategy itself. First off, let's actually break down the key benefits of this card and why so many of your peers, aka business owners, are using it and why you need to be using it as well. Starting with the zero APR for 12 months. I know I stated this in the beginning, but I just want to go a little bit more into depth about the zero APR and how beneficial this is for business owners, especially startups. This is huge because it allows you to carry a balance without paying interest for a full year, okay? But of course, after that, the APR jumps from a variable of 17.99 all the way up to 25.99 as in the making of this video. So I say all that to say, even though the zero APR is awesome, you still need to have a plan in place. So when that APR starts creeping up on you, you are actually prepared and nothing will stop your growth. The next one that we have is the cash back rewards, which is also in the title of the credit card. But right now you're earning 2% cash back on all eligible purchases up to $50,000 per year. There are actually some credit cards that don't actually do this. They only do this on specific type of purchases, but they're doing on all purchases up to $50,000. But after that, it does drop down to 1%. But the best part about all this is that the cash back gets automatically credited to your statement. So that means that you do not have to jump through hoops to try to redeem all of your rewards. Because if you try to, or if you've had other credit cards in the past, sometimes you have to go here, you have to go there, you got to go to your profile, you have to do all of this just to convert certain reward points into something else that you're trying to do. But with Amex, it's a one-stop shop. They make it mad easy for you. No annual fees. Guys, this is a gem right here. You are not paying for anything just to have this card, which makes it a low risk and a high reward move for all business owners, including you. Because if you have any Amex credit cards, either now, personal or business, then you already know it's kind of rare when one of their cards don't actually have a annual fee. Because if you have the gold card right now, it's at $325 per year, and then of course all the way up to the most expensive, which is the platinum, personal or business, which is $695 for a year. But this one, it's no annual fee. And just to piggyback off of that, let's actually go into the next one, which is flexible spending power, which is, while this card does have a set limit, Amex does offer something that's called the flexible spending capacity, meaning you can actually go over your spending limit if, listen to me, disclaimer, if Amex trusts you with your spending and your past payment history. But again, I warn you, disclaimer again, be careful with this. What I do not want you to do is go crazy thinking that everything is all hunky-dory and you can just spend whatever, all right? That will trigger a financial review. I don't want you out here with a $2,000 limit thinking that you can spend over $20,000 because you watch my video and now you think I'm a scam. It doesn't, no. Now, once you have all this information down pat, you understand everything that I just told you. Now let's go ahead and get into how to get approved for this and how to avoid the mistakes that a lot of business owners make once they get cards like this or similar to this. So starting with the most important one, which is having that relationship with American Express. Having that relationship with Amex is critical. Okay, so before you weeble wobble yourself off of this video and try to go to the credit card application, just hang on, hold on 1 second. I'm just keep watching, all right? The reason why I state that is because establishing a personal relationship is very, very important. If you don't have one with Amex already, do not go straight for the business credit cards, all right? Amex loves to see some type of relationship before they give these relatively solid limits. Now, I already know there's going to be people in my comment section saying that their cousin James and their cousin Rodney, just applied for the business credit card and they got it. Things of that nature. They didn't have a personal relationship. I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course, there are outliers for everything, ladies and gents, but I'm just telling you, here's the move. Get a personal Amex credit card first. Use it for at least 4 to 6 months. Pay it off in full to build that trust with American Express so they know that you know how to pay your bills on time, whether it's just you or the business. Then apply for the business credit card, okay? If you skip this step, Amex might hit you with a relatively low limit. And at that point, you're just wasting away the 0 APR because you're basically going to be using those months to ask for a credit limit increase. Whereas on the personal side, you could do it every 90 days, but sometimes with American Express, sometimes they want you to wait a little longer on the business side. Does that make sense? So I know Rudy, got the business credit card. He probably had great business revenue, the credit score, everything of that nature. I just don't want American Express to make an example out of you, okay? And speaking of credit score, the next thing that I need you to understand is your credit profile has to be clean, all right? That means on the personal side, you need to please have a 700 credit score or better. Yes, American Express does approve people with 680s, 690s, but I'm telling you, a 700 or better, really a 710 with American Express is always beneficial. The next thing is having no negatives. That means no collections, no charge-offs, no late payments, no bankruptcies. None of these things need to be on your credit score. I don't care how nice, I don't care how much you got a 750. If that bankruptcy is on your credit report, you need to get that off before you do anything else. Next, your utilization. Ideally, I do want it below 10% by the due date and when the credit bureaus actually report this, but the lower is always the better, okay? Because again, Amex is relationship based and they are also very credit score sensitive. So again, if you have anything below a 700 and you have a recent late payment, you have to fix that before applying. I don't care how many years that late payment has on, you got to get it off. And speaking of the actual credit scores with American Express, I just want to let you know, business owners, that if you're trying to scale your business or anything of that nature, but you can't due to your credit score being bad, then what I want you to do is sign up for my How to Credit Start program. This is where I'm only helping business owners that want to scale to the next level, whether it's 6, 7, 8 figures, but they can't do their credit score. I'm going to help you in this actual program to fix your credit score. Make sure that your entity filing is correct, no matter if it's your LLC, S corporation, C corporation. So when we go to these banks and lenders, they cannot say no to you at all. Even making sure that from your name all the way to your NAICS code, making sure that your business credit is established correctly, and even more to give you the information and education so you can get these $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 limits. All right. I'm telling you right now, the thing that you need to do is click the link below to sign up for a free consultation with me to see if you're eligible. And if you will, I promise you, you won't regret it by getting that $100,000 or more in funding. Now, enough about that. Let's get back to the video. And number 3, don't spend too much on this card too fast. I know it sounds weird. Just please hear me out. Once you do get approved for this credit card, even if American Express gives you a relatively high limit, do not immediately go out and spend $15,000, $20,000 in the first month. Why? Because Amex is weird. Amex watches you like a hawk with all of your credit cards, personal or business. If you start running it up extremely with huge charges and things like that just right away, sometimes you can trigger a financial review and they're going to say, hey, I know this is a business credit card, but yo, what you doing over there? Like you just put $28,000 on a credit card and we want to know why. So we want to see the charges. We want to see your tax returns from 2 years ago. We need to see everything of that nature. Now, do you want to go through that headache? No. So what I'm telling you is just ease into it. As soon as you get the card, just maybe put $5,000. Then start gradually going up after that, just so you don't Trust me, I've seen this firsthand before, and you don't want those issues. Now, once you have all of that information down pat, you're saying how to, yo, I got all this information, I'm good to go, I'm ready to do it, I got the card, I am ready to get started. Now I want to show you how to maximize the 0 APR so you don't run into any roadblocks, okay? Now, again, once you get this card, you will need to have a strategy in place like I stated earlier, so you do not waste your time and you're always in the green. So the next thing I just want to tell you is, number one, just use it for a high ROI business expenses. Guys, do not use this card just for random things, all right? I don't care if it's personal, I don't care what it is. You need to be using this only for investments that will make your money back within the 12 months. So when they're up, you have no issues, okay? Next, plan for your repayments, all right? Be more proactive than reactive. Don't just think, oh, I got a year to pay it back, it's cool. You know how fast that year is gonna sneak up on you when you owe somebody some money? Are you crazy? You need to have a set plan so by the time the 0 APR expires, you are not stuck with a huge balance and with huge interest, all right? Those two do not work for business owners, I'm telling you right now. Because if you don't, you're going to start panicking and you're going to wonder where I'm going to get the money for this. You're going to be trying to scramble up every nickel and dime just to pay that first payment. Why in the world do I owe $1,500? The first pay, this is crazy. I was just owing $40. You don't want that. So please be proactive than reactive. Now, this one is more so a personal preference, but I like to say stack it with other business funding credit cards, okay? If you have other business credit cards or funding options, you can definitely spread out those expenses and keep your utilization low and your cash flow strong. Now, I know some of you are gonna say in the comments, well, you know, you can't see business utilization. That's a lie. A lot of institutions can still see what you are doing on the business side, all right? So just by sometimes spreading it out, you're not always putting everything on that Amex card, having future issues and, you know, getting any type of, you know, financial reviews and things of that nature. So this is just something to think about as far as this. So if you have another card with 10,000, 8,000, anything like that, kind of, you know, just use both of them. Just keep it even, okay? Overall, the Amex Blue Cash Card is a powerful tool and a great addition to all business owners in all walks of life, but only if you use it the correct way. 0 APR for 12 months, solid. 2% cash back, easy money. No annual fee, even better. But to get to all of that, make sure that you build that relationship with American Express first, and you won't risk getting a low limit and wasting that 0 APR, okay? And if you spend too much money too fast, you could trigger a financial review, so just don't do that. Ease into it. So if you follow the strategy that I laid out for you, you will have no issues getting any type of Amex business credit card. I'm telling you right now, just make sure that you have a strategy in place so you don't run into any issues. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope that this helps every last one of you, all right? Now, if you need to go back and rewatch it, I totally understand. But make sure you do this and get that $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 credit limit, all right? And until next time, ladies and gents.